Hey, good morning, good afternoon, guys. Uh, Wherever you're at, how's everybody doing today? So let's just get into another live here, manifesting your dreams. What you need to know about that. All right, I want to make a quote from a famous physicist. This is Werner Heisenberg, 1932. If you're familiar with physics and how nature of reality works, it's called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Check this out. The atoms or elementary particles themselves are not real. They form a world of potentialities or possibilities rather than one of things or facts. The reality we can put into words is never reality itself. This is a quote from Werner Heisenberg, physicist that won the Nobel Prize. So, what does that say? I'd like to read it again. Basically, your world is made up of your mindset. Your state of mind creates what you experience. Grand Rising. So, when you want to master creating the law of attraction or using your mind or just the fundamental of self-development or self-improvement, whatever it is that you're looking for to help your life, you have to understand that it all begins with your observation or awareness. You see, the thing about this stuff, guys, is we're familiar with money, right? We call money currency. So we say, yo, you got a currency. So you have a currency as well to change your world or change your life. And your currency is your attention and what you focus on. That's your money. So when you want to create abundance, you have to put your attention to what you want instead of what you don't want. And once you can get the attention to what you want, you enter a new state of consciousness. It's called the flow state. And I explained a little bit about that. But I want to go back to that about the subatomic world and how physics works. So Heisenberg says that particles themselves are not real. Let me ask you a question. What are you? What is everything around us made of? Facts now, facts. Everything around us is made of particles, elementary particles. You may know them when you went to school as the atom, the electron, or protons. But Heisenberg goes on to say something more. He says, the particles themselves are not real, but they form a world of potentiality or possibilities. This is what we call the wave. So if you ever hear when they talk about mastering or creating your life, it says reality goes from particles to wave. So what happens is it's the other way around. It's really wave than a particle. So everything is a wave. But what Heisenberg is saying is the world and all your world and everything around you exist as possibilities until you decide or focus on a definite thing, which becomes more probability. That probability turn into what we call an actual physical manifestation, right? So he's saying that all of these possibilities are these things instead of facts. But he goes on to even say more. He says that the reality we can put into words, our language, is never reality itself. Now, this is a famous physicist. If you're familiar with quantum mechanics and physics, he talks about the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. You can go look that up. This was in 1932. We've come a long way now. So now we understand that it is really you that creates your world and your life. You have about 85% of control over what you create. It's your currency, as I talk about. Your currency is your attention to your focus. And that's what's going to bring in your world. So look, in order for you guys, for anybody watching this right now, and if you want to fulfill your dreams, your desires, whatever you want to create in your life, guys, there's one fundamental thing you must have within you, man. Okay? You must have the ability to believe that in yourself that it's possible. You have to believe that the universe is in favor of you. Because either way, if you don't, that's a belief. If you do, it's a belief. Either way, you're going to get either what you want or what you don't want. So you just might as well go ahead and focus on what you want, right? Okay. So someone asked me now and says, hey man, what about telepathy? Some people do it often, right? They try to observe how to do it. So we everything that you learn or you know about your mind can trace, and anything in the physical world can be always traced back to the quantum world. Like, there is a field, and you've probably heard a lot of teachers talk about, oh, this field. I'll make it very simplified for you. So telepathy, we can trace that back. We can trace back telepathy. We can trace back psychic ability. We can trace intuition. We can put all of these into the quantum world, and we can see how they come into the physical world. Isn't that marvelous that you can use science to teach mindset, law of attraction, spirituality, all that stuff? It's all wrapped in one. So if you go back to the telepathy thing here now, so all of us have experienced telepathy. You all have it. We all have it. You can create it. Very simple. So how telepathy works is because nothing is ever separate. Everything is entangled. You and every single human being on planet Earth, not only that, I get deeper than you and every single life form, intelligent being in the entire are connected. And that connection is always traveling information. So the reason you can pick up someone talking or thinking of you is because most likely when they're thinking of you, that connection snaps. It's called like a synapse in your brain. It just gets a glitch and you pick that up. That's how telepathy works. Now, let's talk about now you can create to manifest and bring things in. Maybe you can say like a faster way. Hey man, is there like a really fast way to bring things into reality? Well, there isn't no really fast way because we look at time as linear. So it may look like the illusion of a fast way. Okay? See what I'm talking about? Do you have to pay back in some way what you manifest? No. No, no, no. It's all a belief. Remember, we live in an infinite universe. Infinite means no shortage. But let me go back into the dimensions and the manifestation of the stuff. So you and I, we have what? 3 dimensions. Okay? So three dimensions. I'll use this pen right here as an example. So in this pen, there's 3 different views I can see of this pen. The point of view, the perspective. See, I could view this pen this way, I could view the pen that way, this way, that way. See that? 3 dimensions of this pen I can view. So that means in your brain, you have the ability to see things from a different point, but the same thing. But guess what? There's not 3 dimensions, guys. We actually have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 11 dimensions, maybe more that we haven't discovered yet. So that says that whatever the problem or the situation you're trying to create, you can only see it from a limited perspective. You can only see a limited solution. You can only see basically 3D solutions. And guess what? 3D solutions aren't the solution. They are a limitation. Now, if you go into the 4th dimension, so when you enter the 4th dimension, that's where solutions are solved, because the 4th dimension can see beyond the 3. In other words, in the 4th dimension, you can see possibilities or infinite possibilities that you will never be able to see in the 3 dimensions because your brain is blocked, because you're stuck in the 3D. So how do I tap into the 4 dimension? The 4 dimensions now is where you use your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the tool you have to use to create in the 4th dimension. So if you want to, what we say, manifest faster, create more, you want to get into the 4th dimension. And now, once you understand, okay, so this guy's telling me, okay, 3 dimensions is limited, but there's another dimension, 4th dimension. That's your subconscious mind. So once you learn the language and tap into your subconscious mind, by the way, your subconscious mind is all about using your imagination, subliminals, giving it a routine, like a ritual, like a continued consistency over and over, like a thought or an image or writing it down. These will impress your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is best impressed when it's in a theta state. That's when you're more relaxed, going to bed, waking up in the morning. That's the best time to get into the subconscious. That's when it's open. Now we go into the fifth dimension. Now the fifth dimension is where you get enlightenment of different conscious awareness. In the fourth dimension is where you get the problem solutions. In the fifth dimension is where you get the ultimate knowledge. Okay? You see how it works? Fifth dimension, the knowledge. Fourth dimension, solutions to your subconscious mind. Then above the fifth dimension now, that's where you enter the authentic self, the higher version of you. It's known as your higher self. That's where you, the true you, exists. So that goes into another deeper aspect of it, that in the three dimension is just a representation of you. This is just your representative living here. The body, the mind, all that stuff is just your representative. The true you is not physical. The true you is like a consciousness. Now, if you think, let's go deeper than that. So now, remember Heisenberg says that the things that form the world aren't real, they're just potential. So what is true potential? What is possibilities? Well, it's all about your conscious awareness. It's just awareness of you. You are awareness. You are that. You're a fractal. You're every part of that stuff, right? See how that works? So when you understand that, then your life starts to change. Because your life starts to change because now you know that you are not limited, you're more limitless. Your life starts to change because now you know, wait a minute, I am kind of in control here. What I put my mind on and what I do will create my reality. Now the higher self, how do I connect to the higher self? So most people have never heard of the higher self. The higher self. So the thing about the higher self is you don't really need connection with the higher self. You're already connected. You just need to be aware that you are connected to your higher self. That's all it is. There's no connection. So it's really simple to connect to your higher self. It's just to know that, oh, I have a higher self. See? Once you do that, then you're going to be able to tap in more now, because now you have, see, every time you have awareness, it opens up a new dimension or a new level of awareness of a reality to you. So it's like something existed next to you, but you never knew it existed until you're aware of it. Then you see it. I like to use the analogy, like if I'm driving a car, like every day when you're driving your car, right, and you drive the same way every day, you're always looking ahead. You never look to the side. And then one day you're driving your car. You're not driving your car, but you're driving with a friend. You're taking the same route. Now you don't have to focus on the road. Now you can look to the side. And when you look to the side, he's like, oh man, look at that park. I never knew that beautiful park was there. But you've been driving that same way for 5 years and you never noticed the park because your mind was focused on the road. You couldn't look ahead. But the park was always there, but you weren't aware to the existence of the park. And now you're aware of it. Now when you're driving your car now and you pass that thing, you now remember the park is there. It's the same way when you have a new level of understanding or awareness. Like you understand now that, oh, I can use my mind to create reality. Boom, a whole new awareness opens. Now you can download information to help you with that. Oh, I didn't know I have a higher self. Boom, now you're going to start to get download information to your higher self. You see how it works? Everything comes to our space of awareness. Everything comes to our space of awareness. Right now, around you, 100% are all the tools you need to manifest and live the marvelous life. The solutions are all around you right now. But remember, I talk about what your currency is your attention and focus. Is because no one has pointed you to that direction so it can open up to you. Your brain, what the thing about the brain is, the brain likes comfort or familiarity. The brain likes routine. The brain don't like to be all out of whack. So what the brain does, the brain will settle into something it sees as routine and stays there. Even though there's something next to the brain, or a reality next to your brain, that could create your whole world. Your brain will never go there because you aren't focused on that. See how it works? So around you right now is the 3 dimension, 4 dimension, 5th dimension, 6th dimension, 7th dimension, 8th dimension, 9th dimension, 10th dimension, 11th dimension. They're all around you right now. And you know why they're all around you right now? First of all, let's talk about why they may not be around you. The only way none of this could ever exist or happen is if there is no space. There's space, man. Look, everywhere is space, guy. People, there's space. So the fact that there's space has what we call time entangled in it. Time is entangled in space. You're called space time. Right now, you are influencing space time. Your body is influencing what's called gravity. Gravity pulls down and it stretches and warps time. So as you move right now, you are moving through space time. You are warping space time. That's why time can slow down for some people. Time can slow down, speed up for some people because of their beliefs and what they focus on. Because everything is probability. But the fact that there is space within space, there's dimensions. But just because the space is there, if you don't know and you're not aware of the space that have dimensions, then your brain won't tune into that. Currency is your money. Your money to change your life is your attention and your focus. What do you think about? What are you focusing on? Those are the things that are going to shift your world and to create your reality. See how it works? Yes. Daydreaming every day about being what in your dream home manifesting. That's how you're going to impress the subconscious mind. Remember, solutions, every solution to your problem, any issue you have in your life, the solution to your problem is never going to be in 3 dimensions. It will always go into the 4th dimension. The 3 dimension is limited because I showed you the pen. We can only see the pen from 3 different perspectives. See? This, that, right? You can't see a 4 dimension. 4 dimension now is the subconscious mind. That's where all the infinite possibilities and solutions exist that your subconscious can draw in. And then listen, everything that comes into your 3D, because we live in 3D, that's the only way we could experience the world. That's how our brain just evolved. We're just stuck in 3D with the brain. But don't let that fool you. Every single thing that you see in 3D came from one of those other dimensions. Nothing ever manifests in 3D. The 3D is the filter that gets everything from the real D. The 3D is not the real D, so to speak. Real D is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In other words, everything can only come from the non-physical, or what we call spiritual. Right? Right? How many hypnotherapy sessions would you recommend to impress your subconscious mind? If you go to a good hypnotherapist, you will get it done in about 2 to 3 sessions. But you don't have to use a hypnotherapist too. You can use your own what's called auto-hypnosis. That's where you do it yourself by using subliminals. You can get subliminals. You go to my website, my channel, I got a bunch of subliminals. You can listen to them while you sleep, and they'll reprogram your subconscious. They take about 90 days. Hypnotherapists can get you there about a couple weeks. So if you're on a budget or don't have the money, then you don't need it. But you can impress your own subconscious mind, and you can go ahead and start living your dreams in your life. So you all have that in you, man. You got everything in your life to create the best version of yourself. Right now, the version of you right now exists right next to you. The successful version, the healthy version, the happy version, the prosperous version. They're all, listen, they are right here, all around you. You want me to, because look, I'm going to go back again to Werner Heisenberg. And listen again. This is the famous physicist that created the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. I'm not going to have time to go into the uncertainty principle. You can go look it up for yourself and see what it says. But 1932 won the Nobel Prize. So he basically says, and I repeat again, it's so important. The atoms, the elementary particles that make you up themselves are not real. They form a world of potential or possibility rather than one of real things of facts. The reality that we can put into words is never reality itself. That's not my words. That's Heisenberg. So let me translate into simple terms. So when I say everything is around you at the same time, there is the potential and the possible version of you existing right now in this space. What happens is when you tune into that version, let's say the successful version, you collapse that wave, and it becomes what? The atoms or the particles. Now it becomes from what? It becomes from potentiality. Then it becomes a possibility, then it even goes further. Then it turns from a possibility and it becomes an actuality. Everything in this world must go through those phases. Everything. When you came into this world, you came from that phase. First, you were a potential. Then you became a possibility. Then your mom had you and you became an actuality. And then when you leave, you're going to go back the same way. You're going to go back into the field. You're going to become again a potential. You're going to become a possibility. Then you're going to reincarnate and go somewhere else and become another actuality in this lifetime and another lifetime. And the cycle continues and go on because energy cannot be recreated. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only transform. We know that through laws of thermodynamics. So someone asked me, and I'm seeing it here, like, what triggered me into spiritual awakening? Well, guys, well, this is going to be a weird answer, but what really triggered me into spiritual awakening was playing the lottery. I wanted this car so bad. It was my M3 Dakar Yellow. And I thought about it. I said, if quantum physics is real, then I could be able to use quantum physics to win the lottery. So I started to practice the subconscious, and when I visualized for months, I won the lottery and I bought the car. And when it happened, it happened exactly the way to visualize. That turned me and opened me into spiritual awakening. And then I got even higher and I started to discover other stuff that I'm teaching on my channel, my platform. And that's how I got into spiritual awakening. So it just shows you that it's very important, because I have to say that again, man, that you are here because you were a potential first, you became possible, and then became actual. Same thing with your desires. They all must go that way. Is there a zero dimension or a minus first, second, or third dimension? Yes. Those are what we call anti-matter, anti-universes. So when the universe first started, when it began with both matter and antimatter. Matter is what we see as physical stuff. Antimatter broke off and went into another universe. So there's an antiverse and a universe. Not a multiverse now, so we know it's not one universe. So that means there's an antimatter version of you, antimatter version of me. But unfortunately, you can never meet your antimatter self, because if matter and antimatter come together, they collide and they destroy each other. Now, an interesting fact about that is that now it's saying the universe should never be here, because when the universe first began, and check this out, when the universe first began, the Big Bang came, not the universe didn't first begin, but the part of the universe that happened, the universe was always here. It was never created or destroyed. But when the part of the universe came, they had equal amounts of matter and antimatter. But guess what? If you have equal amounts of matter and antimatter, they collide. We can never be here. So that means there must be more matter than antimatter. That's how we're here. But physicists can't find it, because it shouldn't work that way. They can't be more than the other. They have to be equal. If they're equal, it should be destroyed, but yet we're here. So let's go back to what that shows again. It shows that the universe may be like a simulation, a possibility, a probability, like a hologram, like this universe and another universe, but yet we're here. But what we know now is, okay, if matter and antimatter, we have all the matter, where did the antimatter go? The antimatter went into another universe. They found it out. They started to see clues that, hey, there is another anti-universe living parallel to us. In that universe, time runs backwards to them. In this universe, time looks like it's going forward to us. That's a whole other talk we can get on to. But someone asked me the point about the zero dimensions or the minus to one dimensions. Right. So you see how that works, guys. So for you to build your dreams, you have to go in to that version of yourself. How do I get into the version of myself? Well, you get into your imagination. You get into your mind. You get into your focus. You get into impressing your subconscious. You get into changing your beliefs. And then once you get into changing your beliefs, you get to change the world. You get to change your reality. You get to see everything comes in. You know, a fascinating thing about this thing people don't understand is, and this is very important and crucial for you to understand. Did you know that this is the easiest way to make sense for you guys? Let's use a movie. When you watch a movie, that's the movie world. But did you know right now you're in your own movie? Did you know that everybody in the movie, they either play a part, they're either co-stars, they're either extras, and you're the main star? Not only that, did you know all the people in your movie is you created and generated them? your parents, your friends, the boss you hate, where you live at, all of that is a generated process through the consciousness. You see that your consciousness knows everything. So when it came here to the earth, to the higher self, it's just finding new ways to experience stuff. To it is just experience. It's not good or bad. Because you cannot destroy your true self. So that means death is not real. And we know that now because consciousness goes back to the source. So that means this will give you more power to live your life to the fullest. Get up every day and I was like, man, I can live my life without fear now because I know I'll always be here and I always can contribute. But the fact is that the people and things around your life are all generated by you through your own movie, through your mind movie. So if you want to change the world, just change the script in your movie. The good thing about this movie that you have that you're in, right, is that while doing the movie, you can go in and rewrite the script. Because guess what? You are the director, the actor, the actress at the same time. Quantum physics shows that everything is a wave of potential possibility, infinite versions of you. So, I mean, if you start to look at it that way, guys, it'll be a lot easier for you to change your life and start to get the results you want. Look at it like a movie. If you don't like the movie, then change it. So how do I change the script of my movie? You change the belief. Change the belief of what's going on in your life. Like if your movie right now is one of like poverty or not good, then you say, man, I don't like this script. So what if I start to believe that I'm making more money, I'm having more friends, I'm more happy, I'm more successful, I'm more enlightened, I'm more healthy. What if I just start to think like that? That's changing the script. And then over time, this reality is going to catch up with the script through the subconscious mind. That's how you change your life and your world. See how that works? Thank you, guys. Love your videos. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Real talk. That's right. Well, I had this talk yesterday, confirmation. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, deep indeed. So, shifting, yes, that's right. Shifting the perspective, right? Someone said, it used to be what? It used to be really easy to manifest in my 20s, but now it's kind of difficult. Well, again, guys, difficult is things that you focus on. If you believe it's difficult, because that's what your story, you're telling your story. See that? It's kind of difficult. That's what you're telling yourself. That's why it becomes difficult. But if you go back and said like, man, you know what? Manifesting now is just as easy as manifesting in my 20s. Guess what? You'll start manifesting just like you did in your 20s. Guys, listen to what you talk to yourself. You tell yourself stories. See how it works? You don't even understand that you're telling yourself, creating blocks. Like, I used to do this easier, but now it's hard. Because your subconscious that story is going to make that your life. Hello from a lot of people from different parts. South Africa. Could it work to prevent dying or getting sick at all? It can work to prevent getting sick, yes. But it cannot work to prevent death. I mean, in the long run, every one of us must go. We're going to all die one day. You cannot live forever. But, well, technically, you can live forever. Technically, you are living forever in the non-physical. But I'm speaking about the physical 3D part, the body, that's all gone. But who you are, yes, you live forever. The consciousness, your awareness will come back somewhere. But sickness, yes. Preventing death for a little bit, yes. But ultimately, we're all going the same place. So the important thing is focus on the present moment. Yes, someone says focus on the present moment. The present moment is your point of power. That's where you really have the ability to change your life. So astral projection. Somebody is asking me about astral projection. Have you ever astral project? Yes, I've astral project. I astral project a lot. Actually, I astral project every night because what I do is every night when I sleep, I go to lucid and I go to project astral projection. So I'm always out. I'm always in different perspectives, different universes, different realities, and I come back to this. And when I'm there, guys, when I'm in these different perspectives, different worlds, different realities, I'm there as myself, but it's a different version of me. And that's that infinite world. And most of these dreams, I come back with new knowledge. I come back with insight. Some of these stuff I'm teaching, I'm talking, I get them because I go into dream state. When I dream, I get them. So, for the past 3 years, every single night, I dream and I remember all my dreams. I can't tell you every single one, but every single night I dream. And I attribute that, the reason I want to say something important to mention this, the reason I attribute this is because of my lifestyle and my diet. What I've done now, guys, I intermittent fast every day. And that gives my gut the ability. By the way, your gut is what manifests your world. Your gut has these chemicals that goes to your brain, endorphins, serotonin, all that's produced in your gut. And once you do that, the body now has the ability to focus. Instead of focusing on digestion, the body now can focus on cleansing, detoxing, and then opening up right here, your eye, third eye, so you can see these dimensions, get these things. And it's a fascinating thing. Do you realize that if you live to be around 70, let's say 70 years old, you actually spend about 30 years of your life dreaming, sleeping in a dream world? So that means we live in two realities. One in this physical, the other in a dream. But you want to get even deeper? Guess what? They're all dreams. One of them is just more deeper than the other. The physical is just deeper. You just can't. Do you know when you wake up from the physical dream? When you die. That's when you wake up. That's when you wake up from the physical dream. That's when you wake up into the eternal, etheric consciousness, awareness. You go back into the field. You become this pure essence of consciousness. So we're all dreaming, but we're just in deeper states of dream. So listen, the reason I say that is I want to say this. Don't take your life too serious. Don't make problems be problems. Treat life like a game. It's not that serious. When you make things serious, you're going to create resistance and stress. Live your life just like a normal thing, like a dream world. That will get your mind into releasing the stress, the anxiety. And it's really true, because there's evidence showing all this stuff, guys. There's things about the gut and the enteric system. Now we know the heart has its own monitor system, the brain. The gut has its own brain now. We know that now. 50 years ago we did. It's not only the brain. We know the gut and the heart has their own independent ways of processing information, man. If you just try to make your last meal be before 7 p.m. Don't eat anything before 7. Ideally, my last meal is like by 3 o'clock. There's nothing else I eat until the next day. I break my fast. But if you can do that, imagine the power of health that will come into your world. Everything will be renewed. Your gut, if you suffer from indigestion, all that stuff will be gone. Because now the gut will have the ability to be clear. And remember, everything gives off signals of vibration. You're communicating to the universe, electromagnetic signals. Go do your research for yourself. Everything I'm saying here, you can go research. He said, oh, what's this guy talking? A bunch of quack. I don't know. Well, go research for yourself. You may come back and say, damn, this guy knows what the hell he's talking about, because all this stuff is true, it's verifiable. That's one thing I do. On my platform, I will always put information that's verifiable relative to latest modern science, quantum physics, neuroscience. I always put it together. I'll never go off the deep end without any type of theoretical proof, theoretical things you can see. I'll never do that. Everything I'm putting forth here is verifiably theoretical in proof. Mark, what does Mark's diet look like? My diet is simple. Well, my diet's simple. So 4 days a week, my diet is what? 4 days, it's oatmeal. No sugar. Peanuts. A little bit of what? Raisins. 3 days I'm that, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 days after that, I have some protein. I have an egg, a bagel, spinach. Dinner, 2 o'clock. My diet for dinner, sometimes fish, baked chicken, boiled chicken. Sometimes I'll go a little crazy, and I'm Caribbean, so I may have a little curry chicken or a little bit of fried chicken. That's my diet. Water, and it can all the time. So now you know my diet. Breakfast is usually 9 a.m. Dinner 2 p.m. That's it. So count from 2 p.m. to what? That's a 21 hour fast. Then I break my fast the next day at 9 a.m. So sometimes, of course, if I go out, I get a little bit, but it's pretty much consistent. That's been working for me. You got to find what's works for you, though. You can find what works for you. Your body, Your body, your DNA is a little unique, so you can try it and see if it works for you, and just find what works for you. Well, okay, well, in the morning I start off with a banana, then I have breakfast, then I have dinner, and that's it for the whole day. From 2 o'clock, after 2 p.m., I don't eat anything. I chill, I relax, I get more time to just meditate, I get more time to just relax. And my body gets used to it. Now, when I first started it, don't get me wrong, it was tough, it was terrible. I used to get the stomach growls, hunger pains. But it's the beauty about your body, it adjusts. Before you know it, I can go, your weight stays the same. Man, I've been the same weight. Maybe my weight shifted a couple times, but I've been the same weight for like 15 years, man. My weight's still the same for like 15 years. Since I was like, my weight still is the same since I was like 16 years old, man. 16 years old, never shifted. How'd you get past that? The headaches. Yeah, the headaches will go away because you see your body has to adjust in tune. See, the thing about the body must always be balanced. So you have right and left side of the body, they always balance. So what tends to happen is you're gonna feel a little bit of thing. Now look, before you do this, if you, because some people may suffer from different conditions, maybe diabetic, some pre-sugar things, consult your physician first. Just don't do it. Or you can adjust to it, but the majority of individuals, your body will adjust. Your body always adjusts. How do I start fasting? You just start fasting. Go slow. Don't go like, don't do like I do. Start by maybe just, if you eat dinner, start go 2 hours before bedtime. Start to eat in smaller portions. Then slowly bring your body into that until your body gets used to it. Teas and juices. Yeah, I drink. The only tea I drink is chamomile tea, non-caffeinated chamomile tea. That's the only tea I drink. I have tea. Oh yes, I forgot. I have tea around 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Every night, chamomile tea. If you know the power of chamomile tea, I don't have to say it. Go research for yourself. Tons of benefits. Mood, helps you sleep better. Antioxidants. So much properties of chamomile. So decaffeinated, of course. But look, your body is the vehicle that will get you to where you want. So you definitely want to take care of your body. Now look, nobody's perfect. Even though you're saying all that, we're still going to have conditions or what we call disease, little things like that. So we're going to have that, but your body will be more balanced and you can handle that stuff. So guys, those are just some tips I want to leave you with today. And we'll catch you again on the next live.